Get ready to drop the puck, take a free throw, and step up to the plate. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast on lineupmedia.fm.
From the Lineup Media Studios, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, season number 2, show number 29, recorded Monday, August 16th, 2021. Thanks to partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Callaway Home Loans, Keller Williams, Marquis, Jeb and Ginger Blasting Integrity Spine and Joint Center, and most recently, Front Office, joining us today. We're talking all things sports in the Metro East. I'm Dave Leip, and as always, the guests make the show. Tonight, kicking it off with Chad Opel from Front Office Wealth Strategies, new partner, going to announce a really exciting new program for local kids. Guest number 2, Zach Plocker, girls tennis coach at Roxana High School, and he's bringing his number 1 girl, Lindsay Ratliff. And guest number 3 tonight, Mike Harrison Jr., Belleville East Lancer football coach, and he's supposed to bring at least one of his top players, one of his captains, later on tonight. Before we get started here with Chad, 3 things you can do to help. Number 1, subscribe to our podcast. It is free. Number 2, follow us in all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now on YouTube. We're easy to find. Search for Metro East Sports Podcast on YouTube. I think our YouTube channel looks pretty good. Chad, what do you think?
I think it looks fantastic. Heck yeah.
Very good. I've had the camera on you this whole time.
I'm impressed. Well, you should. I mean, why not?
And don't forget, if you have a story idea, email me at mespdave@gmail.com. And before we get to the Front Office Charitable Champion, I got to remind you that we are also in the midst of our Integrity Spine and Joint Center Team of the Month. Could be a park and rec team, could be a middle school team, could be a high school team, could be a professional team that plays locally. But you nominate the team. Send it in to me at mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line, and we will recognize that Team of the Month on the show. But tonight, we've got Mr. Opel, Chad Opel. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, sir. Thanks so much for having me. And definitely get your team nominated. Arthur Langston at Integrity Joint Spine is phenomenal. What a great guy.
You been there?
Charitable. I've not been there, but he is extremely generous to my wife and I's charity, Edwardsville Neighbors.
Yeah, he's a very, very philanthropic dude, for sure. Yeah. I went there. I was having a wrist problem. I went there. It was killing me when I started. He did all kinds of stuff, laser. He worked on it, aligned my hips too. Helped a lot.
Well, his years of power serves, I think, finally wore down on the wrist, I'm assuming.
Feeding balls, I don't know, playing tennis. I think just being 90 years old finally caught up with me. It's bad. But he helped me out a ton, and he can help you out too. So get down there to Integrity Spine and Joint Center if you've got any kind of joint pain, and Dr. Langston will hook you up.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about you. What's going on? How you been since the last time I saw you?
Things are really, really good. Thanks for having me on the show again. In March, I left my current financial planning firm and decided to start my own firm. I've been doing this 17 years. It's crazy to say that out loud, and I've worked for some amazing companies and bosses and mentors, and finally it was just time to do my own thing, and it's been fantastic. I started Front Office Wealth Strategies in March of this year, and things are off to a great start. We are in the Whispering Heights building, 1010 Enclave Boulevard here in Edwardsville. And
I feel like you should say it like this.
Whispering Heights, exactly.
Whispering. All right, you're in the Whispering Heights, which is that really cool building right next to Lincoln Middle School. The really cool buildings. Your offices are beautiful.
Thank you. It is a great space. There's commercial space still available, and there are residential spaces on the 2nd through the 6th floor above us, and we can't be happier. The space turned out amazing. Fun construction did the build out, and it's been great. We're so happy. It's home.
That's beautiful. And you are a fiduciary network.
I am a fiduciary in my industry. I basically serve as clients' best interest. But we do financial planning, and over the years, I've realized that, you know, it takes a team to really do what's best for clients, and it's not just the work that we do, but we've realized that, you know, we got to work closely with their CPA, with their attorney, with their insurance personnel, with, you know, all types of folks, with their group benefits, whatever it might be, and we've noticed that the closer we can work with those folks, the better client experience, the better job gets done. It's just like a good sports team, right? It doesn't take just the star athlete. It's it's everybody on the team. It's the athletic trainer. It's the coach. It's the AD. It's the guy, you know, pitching batting practice. It's across the board. It takes a solid team. It's everybody, parents,
totally.
You know, everybody. So, and you know that, being
Yep.
a phenomenal coach in our
Yep.
in our area for many, many years.
So you've got this great team of folks, and you're helping folks with wealth strategies. And how can people find you if they want to talk to you about that type of stuff?
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, the best way is just reach out to us via phone. 618-228-4500 is our direct line. Amanda on my team will take great care of you, setting up a time that we can meet and just get the conversation started and see if there's any opportunity for us to be a resource for you, your family, your business, whatever it might be.
I came to you and said, help me out with my wealth strategies. And you said, how much do you have? And I said, I got $11.
Well, we still do our best to help you, Dave.
I know you would. And I trust you. You know, I've known you since you were a young man in my class. And then I kept up with you when you were a star at SIU Edwardsville on the diamond and in the classroom. And then I kept up with you when you were playing professionally and throughout your business career, and you've always been the same.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You've always been a stand-up guy, an honest guy from a great family. So I trust you 100%.
Well, thank you.
I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
And that's why I had you on the show even before you started this, and even before you wanted to get involved with the show, because I wanted the listeners to hear about your dynamic career as an athlete and as a person. So I'm proud to know you all this time. But now we are going to work together.
Absolutely. Yeah,
To
I'm excited about
recognize,
this.
and this was your idea, 100% your idea. Tell our listeners about the Charitable Champion.
I would love to take 100% of the credit, but my wife deserves a good chunk of it. You know, my wife and I, we've tried to be very philanthropic as we started our own charity over a decade ago called Edwardsville Neighbors, and we've just seen the amount of support and generosity in the community. It's inspired us to give more to other charities. Edwardsville, as you know, is just an awesome community, very, very generous and supportive. And, you know, we also playing with the sports background, and I really want to recognize how impactful being around a sports team and having great mentors like you in the classroom were for me in my life. You know, I wouldn't be where I am today without having to get up every day and fight for a goal and work with the team and try to give it my all and really focus not on me, but if I can help the team win, everybody wins. And fortunately, I played on some very successful teams in high school and college, and it really helped catapult my career, and it launched this next segment of what we're going to do in the business is this Charitable Champion idea. And in that aspect, we're going to recognize every month moving forward, starting in September, a charitable champion. It's someone who exemplifies leadership and selflessness and teamwork. It's not necessarily the person who hit 2 home runs or had 35 points in the basketball game or had just an amazing night on the tennis mat. In a tennis match, it's that those folks who are doing the little things that really just propel the team to win and be successful, or not necessarily even to win, just to get better and to be better people. And we're going to ask coaches, administrators, and teachers to recognize those individuals, and we want to recognize them.
I'm reading from some of the literature you've got out about this. Once a month, you're going to recognize a charitable champion presented by Front Office Fiduciary Network, a local athlete who epitomizes the qualities of academic and athletic excellence, leadership, compassion, and team spirit. I like the qualities that you're going after here because, like you said, it's not just the guy who hit the most home runs or the girl who scored the most points in the game. And you're looking at some real character values here that make up a strong community.
Absolutely. And as we all know, the Madison County area is a very generous and philanthropic community, but we also want to take and recognize those awesome individuals and now preach more philanthropy. And what we're going to do is, by recognizing those individuals, we're going to, instead of providing a scholarship necessarily to them, we're going to provide money to let them choose the charity of their choosing.
Yeah, we didn't get to that part, but you're going to give them $500.
Correct.
Yeah, Yeah, I should have mentioned that. But you're going to donate $500 every month to the charity of choice of your charitable champion.
Exactly. And it's a perfect way to recognize the athlete, recognize the sport that they play, recognize the awesome things they're doing, the little things that they're doing, but also then preach and teach philanthropy to those folks, and then give the charity some recognition and maybe some more awareness that might drive even more donations to what they're doing, or really recognize their cause and helping drive more support to those folks.
And you're making a very generous donation to that charity. So those charities are going to be excited. These kids are going to be excited. And you're going to reach out to some local folks and encourage them to nominate. And folks can reach out to their athletic directors and their coaches and their school administrators and teachers and ask them to recognize folks, recognize the high school kids on their teams and in their communities. And the email address, are we still going to do?
We are going to have very soon, some more info to come, but very soon we will have a nomination form live on our website where administrators, coaches, and teachers can go and nominate those student athletes. And everything will be emailed to charitablechampion@yourfrontoffice.com.
Okay, charitablechampion@yourfrontoffice.com. So people can also email that email address if they have any questions about how to get an application, if they want more information.
Yep, absolutely.
And the $500 can go to any local charity once the kid is selected. That's what you're thinking?
That is correct.
It can't go to my golf game for private lessons for me. It's got to go to a legit like Children's Home and Aid, Dream Home Charities, Glen Food Pantry, Metro East Humane Society, just among many others that are listed. Those are just some of the ones that are possibilities. It's up to the kid to decide.
Correct. Yep. They must be an accredited 501c3 charitable organization.
Right.
And if the student athletes are they don't fully know any good charities in town, we're happy to make some suggestions, because we have some phenomenal organizations here in Madison County, and we look forward to, one, recognizing those student athletes, and B, helping raise some more funds for local charities.
It's just an awesome program because it promotes the right things amongst the kids, and it gives money back to the community and to the charities and to the people and the entities that really need it. So that's really a fantastic program. So we are excited to work with you on this. And we plan to have the young people in who get this recognition, possibly the charities, possibly the coach who nominates the kid.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. I think that's where we're very excited to partner with you, Dave, and appreciate your time and having us on the show. And, again, it's just an opportunity to recognize these phenomenal teams, the individuals, these charities that are doing awesome things in the community. And we just want to, put them on a pedestal and make them feel good and support them and what they're doing.
So we'll have you back here once a month.
Yes.
To celebrate the Charitable Champion of the Month.
Can't wait.
Could be a boy, could be a girl, right?
Absolutely.
Chad Opel, Front Office Wealth Strategies, Fiduciary Network. Thanks so much for coming by and breaking the big news about the Charitable Champion and the partnership up to come. And we'll be talking about that in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. Boom.
Flex.